have expressed a desire to opt for a minor when a student is, for example, undergoing a program in BSc Physics Honors, then shall have to undertake around 32 credits comprising of around 8 subjects spread over the 8 semesters. Major and minor are spread across the 8 semesters. From the first semester till the 8th semester, you will have to study the major subjects. And if you are interested to take a minor track, then you shall have to study it for all the 8 semesters. Option is yours. Choice is yours. Decision is yours. Preference is yours. Then we have a component known as Indian Knowledge System plus Interdisciplinary. This is comprising of 9 credits. In the first 2 semesters, the semester 1 and semester 2, you will be taught Indian Knowledge System. These 2 subjects or courses. The word, please be very careful, I will be often using subject or a course. They are one and the same. And your BSc Physics Honors, BSc Economics Honors, BSc Psychology Honors, BSc Sociology Honors, whatever sub-program, these are known as your programs. These are not known as your courses. Courses, my dear students, are very precisely the subjects. So I will be using in my discussion or by deliberation very often the subjects or the courses, and the programs, as I've told you. So in your program, you will have, in the first semester and the second semester, you will have Indian Knowledge System consisting of 3 plus 3, 6 credits. And that next 3rd credit will be taught to you in the 3rd semester, which is the interdisciplinary. So therefore, this component we club together and we say Indian Knowledge System plus interdisciplinary. I repeat once again, first semester, second semester, you will learn IKS, that is Indian Knowledge System, and the 3rd semester, you will study one subject from a basket, which will be an interdisciplinary subject. Next is your next component, there's the 4th component is your ability enhancement course, which consists of 8 credits. That means in the first 4 semester, you will be studying ability enhancement courses. Each semester, ability enhancement courses will be comprising of 2 credits. 1 credit will be for communicative English and 1 credit will be for behavioral science. The 5th one, skill enhancement course. There are 9 credits. Sorry. That means 9 credits indicates that for the first 3 semester, you will study skill enhancement courses. And each semester, the courses or the subjects will consist of 3 credits. Now, what is skill enhancement? I will talk in the later part of my deliberation, but let me give you an understanding. As I have told you, in your ability enhancement, we will be enhancing your ability in terms of your communicative English and in terms of your behavioral science. But in skill enhancement, you will be taught, you will be enriched of the different skills that are required and which will be correlated or which will be mapped after the completion of your 4 years program in an undergraduation. You will have to develop and establish yourself as a competent graduate. And in order to be a competent graduate, you shall have to have the ability, not only the ability of working in an environment, you shall also have the ability in terms of skills and finally the knowledge. So therefore, if you go in the reverse direction, you are gaining knowledge when you are studying a theoretical subject. You are also being given a different skill enhancement subjects or courses in order to have the ability to work in any real life situations, and thereby you become a competent graduate. Now there is one more component known as value added courses. Value added courses, you'll find that is consisting of 6 credits. That means they are being of 2 different subjects. First subject is in the first semester, the second one in the second semester, and each subject consists of 3 credits, all put together 6 credits. These consist of a basket courses. Broadly speaking, there are 4 patterns or components or baskets that are imbibed in value-added courses, which I will again talk in the later part of my deliberation, but it is necessary and it is mandatory for you to undertake these subjects from the 4 different baskets broadly that has been directed or has been informed to us by University Grant Commission. At one point of a time, the country in the different programs had internship as a part of the curriculum, but it was not prevailing across all the programs that we considered in our study in the university level. But now NEP 2020, Government of India and University Grant Commission has made it a mandate that all the students studying in every program shall have to undergo an internship at least of 4 credits. The purpose of internship is very noble and it is very, very accurate to ensure that how is it you are going to learn from the real life situations. That internship can take place inside an organization, can take place inside a firm, can take place inside a laboratory, can take place inside a very specific classroom designed, developed for developing a real life or handling a real life situation. And the last component, which is very important, which talks about a research component, which says that in your 8th semester, if you are going to graduate with in a 4-year undergraduate program with honors, definitely you are going to be graduate with honors if you complete your 4 years duration. However, you can also graduate with honors plus research, provided you undertake this 12 credits in the 8th semester, you do a research work under a supervisor who is going to be a faculty member of the university, and you fulfill another criteria that till 3rd year or till 6th semester you have 75% marks. This is very important if you are thinking to have a career in terms of a research, which is precisely, I repeat once again, 4-year undergraduate program honors with research. Let's go to the next slide. It will give you a very clear understanding what are the preferred options. Next slide, please. Now you see, on the left-hand side, the matrix says from 1st to 8th semester. On the top, you will find major, minor, IK/IDC, ability enhancement courses, skill enhancement courses, value-added courses, summer internship, research project, or dissertations. You see how it is being spread across the 8 semesters. As I told you, irrespective of your program, irrespective of your honors or research, you shall have to study the major and minor spread across the 8 semesters. You will have to study Indian knowledge system in the first 2 semesters and interdisciplinary courses in the 3rd semester. And they're all consisting of 3 credits. Ability enhancement, you have to study for the 4 semesters of your study. They are all spread across the 4 semesters with 2 credits each. Skill enhancement spread across 3 semesters, 3 credit each. Value-added courses spread across 2 semesters with 3 credits each. Summer internship will take place on the 5th semester. In fact, it is when you go for a vacation from in between 5th and 6th semester, that is when you complete your first 5 semesters, you'll find that you get a summer vacation, and that point of the time you go for a summer internship, which consists of 4 credits. And then finally, the research component, you can see it is associated with the 8th semester, which consists of full 12 credits. All put together, minimum credits that you have to adhere as per University Grant Commission is 160 credits. Anything less than that you do not fulfill the criteria of a 4-year undergraduate program with honors or honors with research. Next slide, please. See, I was speaking about this honors. I was speaking about honors with research. This is all 4-year undergraduate program. This is an abbreviation. FYUGP is an abbreviation of 4-year undergraduate program. What are the preferred options that the students can consider? First one is a 4-year undergraduate program with honors. If you honors, you will get only when you complete a 4 years program. If you do not complete a 4 years program, you will not get honors. So 4 years, and you will have to fulfill the criteria of 160 credits. You get 4 years honors with research if you do it for 4 years, if you have a research component in the 8th semester of 12 credits, and you fulfill the eligibility criteria of 75% marks and above after you complete your 6 semesters. Till then, you will have to ensure that you have, on an average, 75% marks. This is very important, that if you do not have, you will not be eligible for that particular 8 component in the 8th semester, the research component. Then only you will become a graduate with honors and research. Next slide, please. Over here, only the tricky part is the minor part. See, minor, it is a total of 32 credits spread across 8 semesters, is around 8 subjects in all you have to study, and you will have to decide the track in which you are going to do your minor. It's your decision, I told you, it's your preference, it's your choice, it's your prerogative, but you have to do it in a very thoughtful way. You need to consult with your head department. You need to consult with the dean of your school that what will be a very appropriate minor. Just because my friend is taking this minor, I am taking it, you might find that will create a different situation in your career, in your professional career, in years to come. So a thoughtful, mindful decision of yours is expected in terms of identifying the minor track. Because if you take a minor track and then all of a sudden you decide that over a period of time, sir, this is something which is not very, very appropriate in terms of my abilities or in terms of the career that I am looking ahead, it will be very difficult for you to change it. In that case, the situation may be different, on which my colleague, Professor Bhattacharya, will be taking up the session after I finish it. So be very cautious and careful. Next slide, please. I was talking about the ability enhancement courses, and the ability enhancement courses are into 2 components. One is the communicative English, and one is the behavioral science. Communicative English, why this is required? People might understand, sir, I have been studying in an appropriate medium, and I am quite comfortable in understanding English language. I'm quite comfortable in terms of my abilities to communicate in this English language. However, that's very fine, but we also need to improve our abilities, that how we need to take it up in a professional way. The aspect of making you trained, groomed, developed in a professional environment is the aspect of communicative English. The curriculum has exactly been framed in that particular pattern, that when you are writing a business communication, when you are doing a verbal communication, and how effective they are so that it attracts somebody when you are communicating, is exactly what is being taught to you. Some students have often told me, sir, I'm doing my physics honors, I'm doing my chemistry honors, I'm doing my history honors, I'm doing my psychology honors. What am I to do when I'm learning or doing a subject of communicative English? But my dear students, is very important. For all of us, we have to learn it. This is a language through which we communicate, whether it's a verbal communication, whether it is a written communication. You will have to write answers to the questions. You will have to write a research paper. You will have to write a project proposal. So what is most appropriate way in terms of communication in such an environment is what is being taught over here. And in terms of behavioral science, it is very important that we all know how to work in a team. We all need to know how to be a coherent member of a team, and therefore our behavior and attitudes in different situations is very important, very pertinent. How do we make a decision? How we become emotional, our intelligence ability, our interpersonal ability. These are very important things, because today you are a student, you have just come out from your school, you completed your school days. So now you are going to be trained, groomed, developed in a professional way. And when you are groomed, developed in a professional way, you should know how to act and react in a different situations. You cannot act and react in a very impulsive way. Your communication ability, your interpersonal ability, your behavioral abilities are very important in life. You might have a very good grade sheet. You might be a scholar. You might be able to solve mathematical problems. You might be in a position to develop a lot of historical interpretations. But the fact is that your interpersonal ability does not allow you to work in a team, and people become scared when they want to work and they want to interact with you. So we all have to learn it. So we just cannot say that only learning quantum physics or only learning organic chemistry or only learning macroeconomics or microeconomics or econometrics will make me an able professional. There are other components, my dear students, which I am telling you with authority after spending my 31 years of my professional journey. This is very important. So therefore, the need for AEC, which is Ability Enhancement Course. Next slide, please. And you can see over here how this is being broken. Communicative English, the first one is Introduction to Effective Communication, followed by Behavioral Science of 1 credit in semester 1. In semester 2, we have Approaches to Verbal and Non-Verbal Communication, followed by Behavioral Science 2. In the third semester, we have Fundamentals of Business Communication and Behavioral Science 3. And in the fourth semester, finally, we have Ability and Communication. Now, when we are going to encounter an employer in terms of our career progression, in terms of our employability, in terms of our placement, in terms of our job opportunity, how do we talk, how do we interact with them? It is what is being taught over here. So 8 courses, and each one will be of 1 credit in each semester. I was talking about the Indian knowledge system. Our country is having a lot of heritage, spreading across north to south, east to west, and specifically in northeast. And here, we need to know our country, we need to know our culture, we need to know our heritage, we need to know the diverse intellectual heritages that we own, the traditions that we have, the legacy that we carry in science, arts, literature, and philosophy. And therefore, 3 subjects or courses will be taught to you to understand it. We are very fortunate to have such a particular curriculum being framed where such component has been considered in our study. Today, you might feel that this is not required, but tomorrow, when you are there on a global platform, when you find that there are people with whom you are going to interact, and you are sitting in a platform, you need to know about your country, to express your abilities, that how the legacy of your country has been in terms of art, literature, science, medical science, technology, engineering. It's very rich, it's very heritage. So therefore, we need to know, and that what is being taught over here. This is a very preliminary one. This is a very, very introductive one. In fact, the country, the University Grant Commission, the regulatory bodies of the country is trying to imbibe the Indian knowledge system in every subjects that we study, because our subjects, our courses has been derived in a very traditional way. It just did not come. It took its own course of the time over centuries to take its form that we find it right now. So the evolutionary mechanisms of these particular traditions and the legacies need to be known by all of us. I told you about the value-added courses, what it VAC, and I told you there are 4 different areas of the baskets that are being considered. If you see the middle box, you will find that it talks about understanding India, it talks about environmental science or education, it talks about digital and technological solutions, and it talks about health, wellness, yoga, sports, and fitness. So these are the 4 major areas in which you have to have a mindful decision to select the subject. Till now, the subject selection was there, which I've told you in terms of the minor, because that's a track. That's a track that you have to identify. I have used the word over there, a thoughtful and a mindful mind. And again, I'm saying that in terms of your value-added courses, from the 4 different areas or the baskets or the domains, you will have to have a very clear understanding that which gives you an enthusiasm, which gives you an inspiration, which gives you a motivation, which gives you an urge to find out a subject from the different areas. Can we have that entire list of the subjects to make you understand that how the subjects have been framed in the university? Just, can we have the snapshot? Yes, you can see that enlarge it a little bit. You can see that there are a long list of subjects. So what gives you an enthusiasm, what gives you fun in studying, you will have to identify them. And there are only 2 subjects that you are going to study. The first one in the first semester, the second one in the second semester. I just scroll down. Yes. So there are around 26 subjects as of now. Okay, next slide. Skill enhancement. I told you earlier, and again I'm repeating you, that it focuses on the practical skills, hands-on training, soft skills to enhance students' employability and industry readiness. Well, I'll tell you, since I basically belong from the engineering background, I'll tell you a situation. After completion of my 4 years of engineering, I started my career when I was there working in an industry, in a plant, to be very precise, in a plant. Being a mechanical engineer, I got a job and I started working in a machine shop. There were 950 machines in that machine shop. And I went to that machine shop, it was a shock for me. So many machines. How do I do a job on that particular machine? I have seen 1 or 2 machines in my workshop and I worked onto that. But here so many varieties. How do I work onto that? My dear students, that is what is required in terms of developing a skill. If I do not have that skill in terms of operating the equipment, in terms of having a hands-on operation, for example, I'll take another branch known as an environmental science, where you will find that there are different plants, but we do not know how to operate a plant. Electrical engineering students learn a lot of electrical engineering, but an electrical engineering student, if you ask them to go and switch on the DG set of what is known as the diesel generator, they will not be able to do that. With authority, I'm telling you. It's very, very difficult because the hands-on experience has not been done. So here's is an opportunity for you students that the curriculum has been framed that you have been having an opportunity to develop yourself, to groom yourself with the skills that are associated with your major subjects, thereby making you enrich in terms of the skills that are required. Therefore, these courses are aligned with the major disciplines until semester 3 to bridge the gap between the theoretical knowledge and the practical application, thereby equipping the students with essential competencies for their professional success. When I passed my engineering, there were very few colleges. I did my engineering 35 years back. So there were very few engineering colleges. So you have to understand the demand supply was in a different pattern. Today the demand supply is completely on a reverse mode, it's working. At that point of the time, the availability of the graduate engineers were very less. So we were being asked to come, and then there was a 1 full year training that I had to undergo under the nomenclature of graduate engineer trainee. Today these things have evolved. Why? Because the supply chain management has completely is working in a different pattern. Where there is lot of supply, demand has become less. So who is going to take such of pain, effort to train the graduates? They want ready-made graduates who can come and who can perform on the day one. That was not prevailing 3.5 decades back. So every time you will find the situation changes, and therefore we do the improvisation, modification on the curriculum. So skill enhancement has been brought in a very rigorous way. Now comes is the most important part, the interdisciplinary and the multidisciplinary. See, the interdisciplinary program, the credits for the core courses shall be distributed among the constituent discipline of the subject. I'll give you a fantastic example. A student's doing an undergraduate program, for example, in econometrics. I'm trying to make you understand what is interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary with an example. A students need to do a 4-year undergraduate program in econometrics. So if you talk it from the interdisciplinary point of view, the students will have to undertake subjects of economics, statistics, and mathematics. That is known as interdisciplinary. Now a student is doing a program in biotechnology. What is then the interpretation of multidisciplinary? The interpretation of multidisciplinary is that the student will have to undertake subjects of zoology. The students will have to take the subjects of botany, biological sciences, and also of biotechnology, and also of molecular biology. So here the discipline overlaps. The disciplines are overlapping. So this is multidisciplinary. And where the previous was the interdisciplinary, there econometrics means you have to study economics, statistics, and mathematics. So this is multidisciplinary is going a little bit out of your department in comprising of the schools, and the interdisciplinary is that if you think it in a very simplest and a very, very candid way, then it is within your particular department. We have in a curriculum this interdisciplinary component in the 3rd semester. And you see, the credits of the core courses shall be distributed among constituent disciplines and subjects so as to get core competency in the interdisciplinary program. So core courses, if you see, these are the major courses. They will be distributed among constituent disciplines. For example, if you talk about mechanical engineering, what exactly is mechanical engineering? You will have to study thermodynamics, you will have to study fluid mechanics, you have to study applied mechanics, you have to study automobiles, you have to study theory of structures. So these are the different components, constituent disciplines of the subjects, which are all related to the core, or which is all related to the major. Okay, go to the next slide. See, here I told you that you will again have to do a thoughtful and a mindful selection of the subjects or the courses, and there are 8 baskets or areas in order to identify which particular subject you are going to study. And what are those 8 areas or the domains? Number 1, natural and physical sciences. Number 2, mathematics and computer application. Number 3, media sciences. Number 4, fine arts and design. Number 5, environment and earth science. Number 6, commerce and management. Number 7, psychology, health, medical and allied sciences. Number 8, literature, humanities and social sciences. This is the directive and the guidelines which has been given to us by University Grant Commission. So all the interdisciplinary subjects that have been framed by the university are all from the 8 areas or the baskets or the domains. So here also you will have to do a very mindful and a thoughtful selection. Can we see the list of the subjects? See, you can see the list of the subjects being displayed on the screen, which gives you an understanding that what are the different types of the subjects, and they have been all being considered from these 8 baskets, areas, and domains. "36 courses or subjects. You have to select one." Okay. Okay, thank you. We'll go to the next slide. Summer internship. I told you that summer internship, you will do it after you finish your 5th semester, in between the summer vacation of the 5th and the 6th semester. Exactly this time. That after your mid of June to mid of July is the time that we usually have in the semester in the university as the summer break after the completion of the 5th semester. Now, why this is also required is an integral to the curriculum for hands-on training and industry exposure. Students will undergo internship in a firm, industry, or organization, or a research laboratory to receive trainings, to receive hands-on experience in organization, firms, and in laboratories. It consisting of the 4 credits as of now. If required, we can enhance it. Depending on the situation, depending on the particular program, depending on the curriculum, we can take it ahead. But as of now, we have kept it as 4. Let us see how it works upon, and then we can take a very rational decision. This slide is very important for the students who are going to consider the 4-year undergraduate program with honors and research. I told you in one particular slide, 4-year undergraduate program, the preferred options was one with honors and other was with honors plus research. Here you see it very carefully. It consists of the 12 credits. And choosing a 4-year bachelor's degree honors with research, the students are required to take up a research project under the guidance of a faculty member in the 8th semester of the curriculum. The research outcomes of the project can then be translated in the pattern of publications in different journals or in conferences or in seminars as you want. So the important thing is, Government of India, University Grant Commission is thinking in a very bigger way to encourage students who is going to consider the preferred option of research. In fact, the improvisation of the eligibility criteria will soon be informed by Government of India that what will be the eligibility criteria of the students who will be pursuing research as their terminal degree in their career. So the conventional pattern what the country had over the years perhaps is going to take a very different shape. And this is very specific for the students who would like to take up research as their career. It may not be very, very appropriate. It may not be very, very appreciable for all, but then there is an option which you students are getting it, which the students earlier of this country did not had. There are many students who have taken admission in this university, and this is from the very first year that we have integrated our undergraduate program, specifically BA and BSc programs. Around 14 programs have been integrated with the study of civil service programs, where there will be around 41 credits that the students will earn in order to have an understanding of how these professional examinations are being handled by the students in terms of UPSC, University Public Service Commission, or APSC, the one of our state, or of any other state, if you talk about. So there are very initial subjects that the student have to study. These are all creditized subjects or courses that will be there in a curriculum spread across the 8 semesters, spread across the 4 years. The beauty over here is the students who have enrolled for this particular program, as of now, the number of the students I think is something around 30, yes. So for these students, they will not have minor. As I told you in my previous slide, the students who are going for the minor component will have 32 credits. From them, the minor component have been replaced by this 41 credits of the integrated civil service courses. These courses, they will have to courses of the subjects. I repeat once again, they will have to study, they will have to pass the examination, and which will be reflected in their grade sheet, and finally it will be reflected in their transcript. So there is serious teaching, there is a serious learning associated with 41 credits for the subjects which have been identified and which have been integrated for civil services, which starts from Indian history, political science, environment and general science, geography, ethics and integrity, and aptitude, and finally economics. And you can see the number of the credits that they are associated. Now let's come. I have told you that there are two patterns that we follow in our country. One is the programs which are under the umbrella of University Grant Commission, and there are certain programs which are the umbrella of regulatory bodies, what we call as the council programs. And what are those councils? Number one is AICT, as All India Council for Technical Education. Second, PCI, the Pharmacy Council of India. Third, Bar Council of India. Fourth, Indian Nursing Council. Fifth is Indian Council of Agricultural Research. And next one is the Council of Architecture. And why this council programs that we are showing you? Because there are students who have taken admission in engineering, in Bachelor of Pharmacy, Diploma in Pharmacy, students who have taken admission in BA LLB, BBA LLB, and also in LLB. Students have taken admission in BSc Nursing. Students have also taken admission in BSc Honours Agriculture, and students have also taken admission in Bachelor of Architecture. So here, the regulatory body are these councils. Under the engineering, currently we have 4 programs in our university currently. One is computer science engineering, data science, and artificial intelligence, data science, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and all this curriculum that have been considered in the university are as per the guidelines, directives given by AICT, which is All India Council of Technical Education. Just for a snapshot, I will show you. Can we click on to civil engineering? Can we show? Just see the structure that we are going to show you. Here also, the students of engineering will have to study humanities and social science, then basic science, then engineering science, the professional core courses, professional elective, Indian knowledge systems, multidisciplinary, project work, and other non-credit or audit courses. So here also, the curriculum has been framed in a very, very defined pattern. So it's not that the courses, the programs which are under the UGC, they have only these components, but other council programs also have followed such type of a pattern. Can we go to the next slide? Same thing with Bachelor of Pharmacy. Let's just show them one, the Bachelor of Pharmacy. Now the previous one, we have gone to the very last one, Bachelor of Pharmacy. Please show the Bachelor of Pharmacy, yeah. Enlarge it. Here you can see it, semester-wise, how they have been broken. See, behavioral science, communicative English is also there. This is what has been mentioned by Pharmacy Council of India. Go down. And you can see on the left-hand side, the different subjects, how they have been framed and put in. Scroll a little faster. Here you can see the total number of credits is coming to at 219. For engineering, it is around 160 to 165. Here also 218. So the parity is almost same. For the courses which are under the umbrella of UGC, they are 160 minimum. For AICT, 160 to 165. Pharmacy Council of India, between 200 and 218. Go to the next slide. Let us see one program of BALLB. And we see the curriculum framework. See here also, the students who are doing the legal studies in the university, not so fast, not so fast. Yeah, just see the first semester. Here also you have got major, minor, and then general and functional English. Go down. This is also almost in the same pattern for the students who are going to undertake legal studies at the university. Next slide, please. So these are also again council programs. If you see BSc Agriculture Honours, you will find that the curriculum framework, exactly as being said by ICAR, Indian Council for Agriculture Research, that curriculum framework has been considered for developing the syllabus spread across the 8th semester. Same with architecture. I'm not taking much time of yours because this is, as I've told you, it is there. The curriculum framework for architecture is being as per the Council of Architecture, and as per BSc Nursing, we are following one that is being given by INC and also by the State Government of India. That is what I wanted to share with you. Thank you for listening it so patiently, carefully, and diligently. If you have got any doubts, any clarifications, I give you an opportunity to ask me right now. Anybody? So therefore, all of you should try to understand that this is the pattern that you need to consider during your journey of 4 years stay in the university for your undergraduate program, how you are going to register yourself for the different subjects that you're going to study will now be informed to you. But be very careful, be very cautious, that you should understand that your registration for the subjects in terms of major, minor, AEC, VSc, SEC, IDC, summer internship, projects are all being done because you have now grown up. You are no more in a school, so it is your responsibility. Hand-holding will be done to some extent, but it is your responsibility. If you do not find that the enrollment has not taken place appropriately, then perhaps the situation can be a little different. Okay. Thank you, my dear students. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So, sir has given very elaborative, descriptive presentation on common courses. So, immediately after that presentation, it is my responsibility to tell you where to choose this subject and how to fill up the registration form and all. So, basically my presentation is based on our ERP system. So what is ERP? The meaning is already there, Enterprise Resource Planning. So all organizations, they have their own ERP system. And for all universities also, it is so important nowadays for faculty members, for students, and for staff. So now, what does it mean actually, ERP? ERP is nothing but a software. You can see it is application. So that a university is going to design the comprehensive software for what purpose? Thank you. So it's just a software that we have developed, and this software will include everything, your administrative, then academic, everything. So what are the functions of this particular software? You can see first one is student information system. We collect information from all students. First one is personal details in the semester one, then the subject selection, and thereafter then exam and everything, fees collection, everything will come under the common or one umbrella. Then second function is admission and enrollment. You have done your admission in a particular major course, and thereafter in a successive semester, once again, you have to be promoted, you have to fill up your registration form, subject selection again will come in the second semester because lots of elective courses are there up to third semester, and thereafter also every time you have to be promoted from one semester to another semester. That's why this admission process will be continued up to the time you get your certificate. The next one is financial management, fees payment, and etc. Then learning management system. This is a newly developed one. So where you will be able to get your materials, study materials, lesson plan, etc. How teachers will upload and how you can download it. The next one is attendance tracking. This is very, very important. When I was a student, I have to rush after a teacher asking about my attendance, etc. because teacher was maintaining a called register, and from that register, we are not allowed to check our attendance. So attendance was mandatory for all courses during our time also. Now here, what is important, a student must understand how many classes they have attended in a particular course. Course means subjects, as I already told you. So that's why in our university, it is 75%. If it is below 75%, then you are not allowed to appear in the examination of that particular subject. Wherever it is above or equal to 75%, you are allowed to give the examination. So, but the attendance credit is not divided like this. All of you already in departmental presentation, you understood that the assessment system will have two components. One, internal assessment, that's continuous evaluation. One is semester end examination. So it's 50-50. All papers are 100 marks paper, so 50% is internal. Out of that 50% marks, 5 marks is allotted for your attendance. So attendance 75 to 80, you will get just 1 out of 5. 81 to 85, 2, 86 to 90, 3, 91 to 95, 4, 95 plus, 5 out of 5. That's why there's the importance of attendance. So you can monitor your attendance. For any mistake, you can contact your faculty member immediately. The last one is examination system. This is equally important. Once you fill up your registration form, we derive your examination form from your registration form. Immediately, once you fill up this examination form, we generate your admit card. Admit card will reflect whether you are allowed subject-wise to give examination or not. You might be debarred in some paper. That's called admit card generation. Thereafter, result will be declared. Through this ERP, you'll be able to get the result. You'll be able to download your grade sheet, pass certificate, etc. So now, how will log in? So I have already sent you a message. All the process you know very well. You have downloaded the app already, I think. If not, download, because today at 3:30, for all students of around 1,900 students, will fill up the registration form starting from 3:30. So you have to download. After download, you have to put your mobile number for an OTP. You'll get an OTP, enter the OTP. You'll be navigated to the home page of our ERP system. Then next process is registration process. So at 3:30, today we'll start it. So you'll be getting our home page, the registration form. So you click the registration form. There'll be 2 pages. Normally, if you're a first semester student, will collect your personal data first, personal information for one page, and next page, subject selection. So subject selection part is important. As in the previous presentation, you already come to know that there are several compulsory courses and some are elective courses. So first one is major and core papers. So I'd like to tell you all council courses like BTech. Is there anyone from BTech? Pharmacy, is there anyone? So pharmacy, BTech, BALLB, BBALLB, then LLB 3 years, BARC, BSc Nursing, they will have their fixed only major or core papers. And for RSMA school, all programs like BPT, then optometry, then RIT, OTT, they have also a fixed subject. Only one elective subject, that is value-added subject. Rest are compulsory subject. That's why your department will be able to tell you how many compulsory courses, major or core papers will be there. So you follow your syllabus. I think syllabus is already shared. And from the syllabus, you have to put tick mark on those compulsory courses first. So you'll be able to see the major courses or core papers first. So after that, another compulsory course in a different tab it will come, that is ability enhancement courses. So these will be of 2 papers, Communicative English 1 and Behavioral Science 1. So you have to select both this paper. Then Indian Knowledge System, that will be the 3rd tab. It will come automatically. It's just you have to select, is there only one paper will be there, Introductory Indian Knowledge System 1. The next is SSC, Skill Enhancement paper. This is also department specific. Department will decide what paper is to be offered to all the students. So that's why it is already fixed. So these are the fixed papers. So you remember, just 4 tabs will be there for fixed paper for BA, BSc courses, like for all humanity student, humanity and social sciences. Then for BSc courses like biosciences, life sciences, all will get option. Then again, going to the design school, they will have option. They will have some compulsory paper and some optional paper. But I already mentioned BTech courses, only compulsory courses, no common courses, remember. Then BLLB, only compulsory courses, no common courses. Then BARC, then another one is nursing school, all common courses. Other than that, I already mentioned about RSMA school, medical and allied sciences. They will also having only core papers, no elective, except the value-added courses. That's why they will be having more core papers compared to elective courses. Then coming to the elective subject selection, this is the most difficult task actually. First one is minor. Minor is applicable to many departments. This is based on first come, first served basis. So I'll let you know later on about this. Not applicable to BTech all, then BSc Nursing, BARC, B Pharmacy, and D Pharmacy, and also the BSc Agriculture is not applicable. They have their own type of minor courses. Then departmental minors, this means fixed. They have already fixed their minor. Either it will show to their major courses, or it may show only one course in the minor category. So no option will be there if the department is asking for only fixed. So BBA student, you have only one minor that is fixed for all students. That's why you will be able to see only one minor, no track. That means the track has been defined by your department. Then again, BCom student also, your track is already fixed by the department. They have designed 9 papers which will come under the minor category or minor track. Semester-wise, they will offer. That's why you do not have any choice. So in the minor track, you'll be having only one option, and you have to select that option. So your department will tell you, suppose, take one example, Indian financial system might be the minor of BCom student. So they will see only one paper, that is Indian financial systems. Similarly, the BBA student also will be able to see only one paper, not more than one paper. Then BFA student, is there any on finance student? Might be another platform also. So they have their fixed minor subject. That's why they will also see only one subject, that is called Sculpture 1. Then BMLT, RIT, I already mentioned, either their minor course will show in this particular category, or it will show in a major course. Limited seats are there. 30 tracks. Now we have reduced one because of some other issues. So 29 tracks will be available. But here's a problem that first come, first serve basis. So how to select a minor course? Sir has already informed you. I'd like to tell you that in my life, because I'm the coordinator of all elective courses, I've seen a student of BA English took minor in mathematics. He was a science-based student, that's why he took mathematics. So actually what happens in minor is not like other elective. Minor starts with a levels. So when you will be in the first years, the courses are called fundamentals, remember. All papers are easy papers, fundamental papers. So no one department will give you difficult papers in the first year, the first semester and second semester. That's why either in minor or in major, all papers are fundamental papers. So in the next year, the level goes up, 200 level. It's called 100 level in the first semester, 200 level in the second semester. Take the example of my department. There's a particular area, it's called microeconomics. I belong to economics. So in microeconomics, initially in the first semester, we offer the fundamentals of microeconomics. Next, what we do, we go to the next level, that is called intermediate microeconomics, next level. Then the third level is 300 level, that comes in the third year, that is advanced microeconomics. So this way we design, and all departments, they design the paper on the basis of this philosophy. That's why the minor courses in the first year is like major course, almost easy. So this particular student of BA English, he took mathematics. It was easy in the semester 1, semester 2, third semester onwards, he faced a problem. Because level were increasing, and at that particular level is almost similar to major student of, say, first year major student is equivalent to minor. There's no difference in syllabus. But in the second year, third year onwards, this become almost equal to major student. That's why he faced problem. He failed in third semester, failed in fourth semester, approached me and higher authorities to change the track, but we cannot allow a student to change the track. Why? Because when a student select a particular track, we assume that the student will be finishing the track, and in his or her grade sheet, this will be reflected. Suppose you are a student of BA Psychology right now, so you either may do honors in psychology after completing the fourth year, or maybe honors with research. But whatever you will finish the major degree, along with that, we will also show the minor track that the student has completed, minor in, suppose, economics, minor in English literature, etc. That's why this minor track is important for the student. The student can pursue master degree in minor track also. This is allowed. And the minor track nowadays is important because there will be global exposure also. So that's why in selecting the minor track, my personal advice is that you stick to your major area. Now, what does it mean? Suppose you're a student of pure and applied sciences. Like suppose a student of, say, you have your major course is physics. So what my suggestion will be, you stick to mathematics. Because mathematics is important for physics. Or you can take chemistry also. Or you go to other science branches like biosciences also, if you wish to. Or you can go to life science branches also. There are 9 different science branches, traditional branches are there, so the student can go to this. Similarly, a student of BA Economics or suppose Humanities and Social Sciences, say Pol Science student also, they can also select a track. But my suggestion and your teacher's suggestion will be stick to your school. Take sociology, take social work, take economics, take public administration, administrative services, or you go to English literature, or you can go to other branches also. Now, why I'm saying this? In selection process, you should not select a very difficult subject for humanities and social sciences students. I'm telling about this. Others have their own word, own need. They will select their own type of courses similar to their major courses. Take the example of a student of fashion design. B.Des fashion design student can select a minor from graphic design, interior design, etc. Similarly, a student of interior design BID, 4-year program, they can select a particular minor from graphic design, that's called communication design, or also from, say, finance, etc. They might be stick to their discipline area, correlated subjects. And for humanities and social science, the area is open. So it's not like that I'm advising only to stick to the social science. Out of that also you have few tracks. Like one is mass communication, the huge rush, huge demand for this particular track. You can go there also. You can select finance also. You can select fashion design also. It's open. But later on, you should not face difficulty. So therefore, my personal request while selecting the minor course is that I know already you have made a plan, but select 3 subjects at least. You should not be stick to one. Why? Because I'll show you all the tracks and with the number of seats available. So suppose you have selected fashion design and you will stick to fashion design only, never had any preference for other courses. So at the time of registration, you may not get a seat in fashion design because it's first come, first served. That depends on your speed of your finger, how you fill up the form, because first of all, the personal details will come. You have to fill up the personal details very quickly, and after that, you will go to subject selection. Once you open the page of subject selection, immediately you keep the selection for minors and evaluated courses. Then you select the major courses. You have time for major courses, but block the seats of minor immediately. So you may not get your seat, remember. That's why you should have at least 3 preference. First preference, second preference, third preference, and accordingly, you fill up the form. You might get your at least one choice. So that's why, this is the thing. Any question regarding minor selection for any department? No. Is there anyone from BA courses like humanities and social sciences? No one. Okay. So, hope already you have decided, I think, because I have already shared this list of courses. So you can see once again here. So why it is important? So you won't be able to see the track. Remember, these are called tracks. Suppose sociology is a track. So you won't be able to see this track on your registration form. What you will see only the name of the subject, this one. Introduction to Sociology and Basic Concept. That's why you have to remember the title of the course that you have to study under this particular track. So first of all, you'll select a track. You'll decide, I'll go with Sociology. You decide, I'll go with Finance. Then, but you will not get this option, remember. Because subjects are offered as per the offer of the department in that particular semester. So it is the first semester, what they are offering, that subject will reflect, not the track, remember. That's why you'll be able to see microeconomics if you want to choose economics, citizens and administration for public administration. But along with this subject, you can also remember the code of the subject. So that's why you have to use pen and pencil before filling up the form. You just fix first choice, then you write the name of the subject. This list already shared with you. So you write the name of the subject and the code. So then go to this number of seats. So once you start filling the form, at the moment you open your form, suppose you want to take the sociology as your minor track. So allotted seats was 60. Many of the student has already selected this subject. Now you'll be able to see how many seats left. Like take the example of fashion design and other, I have mentioned there's a huge rush. Everybody would like to take admission in finance actually, but we have only 20 seats here. So this is based on first come, first serve. We cannot restrict the flow of student. So they are not going to take any exam also later on, whether the student is good in drawing or painting, etc. So anybody is accepted. So therefore, once you select this subject, then you will be able to see the number of seats are available in the subject selection process. You see if only one seat is there, click immediately. You block the seat, then you fill up the major courses, and later on you submit your form. So that's why it will be very important where minor elective is applicable to block the seat. So huge rush, remember, for design courses, and there is less rush for humanities and social sciences, because science students also sometimes take the minor in humanities and social science because they feel it boring, study only science. That's why they migrate from science to humanities and social science. But the reverse migration is rare. The student of pol science is going to biosciences. That's why there's another rush for this humanities and social science normally. If the students of science semester, total number of students of science stream, all streams, is greater than the number of students enrolled in social sciences. That's why there is a problem there also. So huge rush for pol science actually. Then another elective course, that is value-added courses. No suggestion. It will be your choice. So I'm not saying anything. There are 4 pillars already explained. One is subject to Indian knowledge system. The other is about digitalization. Then another is environmental. And another is mental health and wellness. So these 4 core areas are there. I have already shared the list. And there's some problem in that list. I will explain later on. So this is also like first come, first serve basis. It is not applicable to all council courses. Then departmental VAC will be offered by BBA and BCom student. Once again, they don't have any choice. They have these subjects, remember, in the syllabus, like minor and this value-added courses, but they don't have any choice. The limited seats, 26 subjects are there, although there are 27, one disaster management we could not offer in this semester. Therefore, there will be only 26 subjects for this particular semester. Now, these are the value-added courses. So out of this, climate change is open for everyone. Climate writing also open for everyone. Community health and social work open for everyone. Cultural heritage, tourism, ecotourism, now come to this. Ecotourism is not applicable to BA, BSc, TTM student. That's why the BA, BSc student, TTM student won't be able to see this particular subject in their option. Why? Because they have their core papers on ecotourism. Then film and society and Indian perspective, this is not a subject for BA JMC student. So BA JMC student won't be able to see this particular subject while selecting VSc. Ghanaian study open for everyone. History of India. Again, this subject is not meant for BA history students, so BA history student won't be able to select this subject. They won't be able to see this subject. India Land of Diversity open for everyone. Innovation Startup Ecosystem for India. This is a fixed subject. This is only for BCom students. This is not offered to other branches because we have very limited number of faculty, limited number of seats. Already this particular subject has been fixed by the BCom, that's called Commerce Department. So BCom student will be taking Innovation and Startup Ecosystem of India. Then Introduction to Indian Art and Appreciation. So finance student cannot take this value-added course. The Nutrition and Dietetics. The students of BSc Nutrition and Dietetics and Food Technology cannot take this particular subject. So they will miss this subject from their list of courses offered. So renewable energy and sustainable energy open for everyone. Sports psychology open for everyone. Stress management, this is one particular subject. It's not open for everyone because this subject hijacked by actually BBA department. So BBA department will be studying. All students of BBA is a compulsory course. They don't have any choice. So they will be studying stress management as their value-added courses in this particular semester. Then understanding Shankardeva, and another issue is here that only the students of BA English will be able to study this particular course. This is not an open course. So all students, that means BA English students, they have one fixed value-added course, that is Shankardeva. So they don't have any choice here. Then budgeting and budget, that is open for everyone. Introduction to women's health, open for everyone. Public health and hygiene, offered by pharmacy, open to everyone. Ethics in Indian Constitution, other than pol science student. Then food waste management, other than food tech department. Then introduction to graphic design, other than students enrolled in design school. The next one is office automation, other than the student of BCA and BSc IT. Then yoga open for everyone, but the number of seats very less, 20 seats are there. Then Indian textile tradition is open for everyone. So these are the value-added courses. So you will get a list, but what I say, you should not have any choice for this. Any subject will be easy subject. You go with any one of this if you are not getting your option at the time of filling up the form. Then last one, after fill up of everything, you can check the form again. Then you click the submit button. Then the form is accepted. So I'd like to request Joy to have a tour for this ERP system. So how it is managed. Open the link first. question by this time regarding minors. So you had departmental presentation already, I think. If minor is applicable, choose a minor. That is normally the faculty members are what already mentioned. Options will be given to you. So out of that option, you choose one because you have to stick to your major area. But problem is that minor will go along with your major courses up to 8th semester. There's no other option. That's why you have to be. Coming to this is the page where you have to put your mobile number. Then you'll get an OTP that this home page will be open up. So now I am taking this ERP system of a senior student because junior student, you people will not be able to see anything because we'll be opening this your app only at the time of 3:30, I think 3:30 p.m. today. So first of all, this is a registration form. This one you can see here, registration form. If we click right now, they have already submitted their registration form. That's why it's not available. So 2 pages will come. First, you have to fill up your personal details. Second phase, subject selection. Done. Next, go to another tab. Go to subject attendance. You can go to class schedule first. Class schedule. So this way, once you are enrolled in any particular semester, day-wise, you will be able to see your timetable here, starting from, suppose, 9 a.m. there is a class, I think, already conducted. Now next class, it is at 10 p.m. for this particular student. At 11, one more class. That at 1 p.m., research methodology. This way, you'll be able to see all the classes, day-wise, weekly, monthly, whatever you wish to see. This one. Go to back. Then subject attendance. The teacher will mark you present or absent. So this way you'll be able to see your attendance subject-wise. This is for a senior student. So it's a foreign policy and major powers, 86%, 86% again. Then you see this is 71% is orange, or maybe I'm a little bit colorblind, maybe red also. So just 2 minutes. So you'll be able to see this one. Below 75%, that's why it is 71%. It's almost a different color. Then go to the next one. Lesson plan. My lessons. So these are the lessons uploaded by the faculty member. Before starting a class, you will be able to know which one lesson will be what? Will be taken up by the faculty members. Then go back. And all this study materials will be uploaded here. You'll be able to download all your study material from this lesson modules. Go back. Go back. Not required now. So regarding the all other aspects like fees management, etc., we'll be able to see on your ERP once you complete your registration process. Any question? No. Okay. So last announcements, already the announcement was made by our DSW office that at 3:30 for all students that are enrolled in UG first semester will be able to fill up their form. And those who have elective subjects, you have to rush to fill up the form and you fill up in time or on time so that you get your own choice. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, Jugal sir, for briefing the students on this very important, aspect of their formal academic enrollment into the university system. So students who are seated in MP Hall also, please note very, very seriously that the session that was taken right now is extremely important, okay? So you'll have to be careful while you're filling up the form. Roziba, stage. You'll have to be extremely careful while filling up the form, okay? Because at 3:30 we'll open the link, and within the time only you'll have to complete your registration process. And if there is anyone in your class who is absent, please pass on a message in the group that everybody has to be present. They need to come down to the university today, complete the registration process today itself. Once the link is closed, we'll not be able to help you. Right? So please, you all also, those who have attended the session now, please decide on the paper that you're going to apply. Okay, we have shared the syllabus. I hope all of you have got the syllabus, right? You have got the list of minor courses that has also been shared. Is there any department in this hall who has not got that? The list of minor courses and the VAC syllabus? Everybody has got? Yes? Okay. So go through the syllabus, select your course according to your choice, right? And complete it by today. Now we have another session. Madam Jahnavi Fukan, who is a former president of Fiki Flow, and she's an entrepreneur, okay, and a great inspiration for many of us, okay, who want to lead the nation as well. So ma'am is on the way. We are expecting ma'am in another 5 minutes, and then we'll have the session with her. The students seated in MP Hall, you are instructed to be seated there till the end of the session.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello.
I request all the students to be seated. We will begin the session very shortly.